Hello, welcome. It's now 6:30 at night. I tried to film starting at 12 o'clock today. It's now 6:30 at night. I have my ring light. I attempted to try to do all the things, went to upload, not even upload. I went to go do the editing. Couldn't save on my phone because it was too big. I guess I was a chatterbox today. And then, what happened? I put it on my laptop. Laptop decided to conk out. Don't know why. All my pictures, my screenshot pictures that I usually were all on my phone. Couldn't transfer the screenshot pictures from my phone to my laptop, and now I can't turn it on. So, welcome. Hello, this is Julie Silver Stitches here on FlossTube and on Instagram. I am in Ontario, Canada, and today is October 30th, not Halloween yet, October 20th, Sunday, October 20th, 2024. Welcome if you're new, welcome if you're returning. Thank you for joining me if you're new, thank you for joining me if you're returning. I did have an increase in subscription numbers this week. I don't know where you guys came from, but thank you. I am very glad you're here. I do like to comment with you I do like to respond to comments in the comment boxes below. If I find that there's too many back and forths, or if a question is easier answered via a private message, I will try and attempt to find you in Instagram or somewhere where I already know that I'm already talking to you in a communication dialogue with you. So especially if there's another, if you respond and I want to respond back, I'm going to respond via Instagram and or private message somewhere, because I don't know, sometimes it's just easier that way. And then I get to also kind of just get to know you as a person, as, a stitcher, as, all of those things. So here we go. We're going to try this one more time. It was a great video. I was very spunky, very all up, and no problems with words, just like I usually do. I was all organized and everything was great. I tried to explain a game that I want to do, but I'm not going to explain the game in this because I'm going to make a new video, because I think that's why it was too long. You heard my little preamble at the beginning. Yeah, so me and technology don't get along today, apparently. So I'm just going to jump right in. We're going to start with the smallest bag I own. This bag is from Everto. Everto is a kind of like an LNS, kind of like a, Caroline primarily started making out with bags from her house, moved to an actual storefront store when she was growing to be bigger, got in contact and connected with Roxy Floss Co. At the time, Leo and Roxy Floss. And then it just exploded, and I'm so happy for them. So this was this was my first bag actually from them, from Caroline, and I think it was just at the time Caroline. She didn't have a crew back then, so I don't think. Anyway, you'll see a lot of Everto bags, that's all I'm going to say. I think I have 3 on the go right now. Yes, 3. Okay, but let's talk stitching, because that's why we're here. I started out the week with thinking I was going to stitch on this every single day for 30 minutes, and it did not happen at all. It happened one day. I got tired of stitching on it, because this is the reason why I have the dreams board. My dreams board, this is what it looks like. It is updated, and I have 31 paper patterns on there, ranging from paper patterns that I just started, like something that you'll see in a few minutes, to something that is my oldest WIP. 30 minutes a day. It was going to originally be only 30 minutes, and then I switch projects. And then if I get a row, like a bingo or a dream or a whatever you want to call it, then I would reward myself with $2 or $1 or, one token or I don't know, something, so that when I do get that bingo, I could then, when I finish the game or finish the row, then I could go to the dollar store, go to my LNS, go to my whatever, and pick up some kind of small trinket, some kind of something as a little reward for myself. That has not happened yet, but here we go. So the first thing, I'm talking about Celestial, I was going to call it Dragon, I wish. Celestial Gathering. This is from Dimensions, and I was working on it for 30 minutes only this week. And timer and everything, guys. Not even just like... So here we are. This is the whole thing. This is what I've done over the last 15, 20 years. Okay. For the longest... Jeez. For the longest time, I have been borderless, but I can't hold it properly at all. Okay, so I'm going to shrink into where I stitched actually this week, because I know that if you're a returning viewer, you have seen this before. Okay, so here I am. I worked all in here, because all of this space is all half stitches. I don't feel like it's needing the exact pattern, because I have fibbed and foobarred, and this is, but look how good that back is. Look how good that back is. Look. And that was like 15 years ago. All right. Anyways, past that. There are so many mistakes in here that I just, side eye and just keep going. The next thing that's in here is also a daily 30 dreams board situation. I have Skitters right here, and he just decided to get a whole burst of energy. I don't know what's going to happen. Things could go flying. He could jump up here. Anyways. All right, so this was started in, I want to say, January of 2020. I do have, as you saw from before, I do have a drink here. It's way over there, so I gotta like reach for it because I have a whole setup here, because I don't really have a tripod anymore or like a holding device for my phone, so it's balancing. Anyway, besides that, there we go. Okay, so this is from the magazine of Just Cross Stitch 2019, of April 2019. It's Folk Hello by Elizabeth Spurlock, and we have some debates going on in my head about this piece. The part that I am stitching right now is absolutely fine, but I'm going to use one of my other Everto bags because they are fantastic boards. This one is, at least, because it's bigger. So I'll show you what I did. This is where we're at. This is way better. I've already stopped the second time around. I filmed for 14 minutes and said, it's too dark in here. I have to get my ring light. Okay, so this was already all done. No, this is lies. This is already all done. So I worked my way up here in the 30 minutes and worked all the way up here. The debate that I have going right now, though, is, as you can remember, this whole thing goes all the way out to here with the flowers. Those are none of the called for flower colors. So what I'm going to end up doing, I'm going to do the hello first. I'm going to finish the hello and then work my way up to the flowers, because I don't know. And then come back down and do the border, because this as well, I don't think those are the same called for colors. Because as you can see on the design, there's a little bottom border with a little half, I don't know what it's called anyways. But no, I didn't write down any of these non-called for colors. So we're going to color match and hope it all works out. But in the end, they're flowers. They can be different, right? They can be different. Hey, that's what I'm going with, and I'm sticking to it. And then in the end of the day, I don't know what I'm going to do with it anyway, so it could live in my bag of my box of finished items. In my first video, and I'm going to try and rename it the same thing because I want to, I said, for projects like this where you don't know what exactly it wants to do because it hasn't made up its mind yet, If you heard that, that was Skitters, and I'm sorry. He's, I don't know, something's bothering his tail. Anyways, for designs like this, they're not done spending time with you yet. That's why they're wanting to be with you for so long, because they're not done being your friend yet. They're not done being your friend yet. Once they go in that box back there, I don't know the next time I'm going to see them. I'm not a fully finisher, so they just stay in the box back there and they hang out with their other finished friends. The first time James heard that today, because he was beside me while I was editing the first video, laughed and laughed. Man, okay, so we're just gonna fold this. I don't know how, because somehow it fit in this little bag 2 times today. Not right now. All right, that's done. That's done. This bag is, c'est ne pas de fini, because this goes in here. Sorry, we're doing a cleanup, just in case we have to do this all over again for a 3rd or 4th time. Okay. And these will both go in this bag, because if I do have to film over again, I started filming again right after dinner, and I just was like, I want to finish the video, I want to do the video, but everything was still all over the couch, and nothing was in any kind of organizational space. Like I said, I filmed for 14 minutes, and I was like, I can't do this. Anyway, okay, so that's that bag. What's in this bag, you ask? Me neither. Okay, so this is also a bag from Everto and Caroline. This one is from her team. I'm pretty sure. Her and her team, because her team is fantastic. If you haven't gotten a chance to attempt to try and get to know them, obviously I've never met any of them, but FlossTube is a wonderful thing. Caroline goes, and when she first hired her crew, her team, she had them on one at a time to do a little like Q&A with them when they first started at their current position. Anyways, side note, this is Never Quit. This is by Stitchery Stitch on Etsy. I think I bought it last year or 2 years ago, so I don't know if it's still there. But anyway, what do I want to say about this? I started this last week. This is now part of my new memory board, because Sisk, out of Sisk Stitches, she lives and films, of course, because she films where she lives, out of Belgium. So, goes like this. This was part, I have my book here, why don't I just look at it? Okay, this is, I did this today as part of my memory game. So 100 stitches were due for today. So that mostly was in finishing up the N and working and starting on the O. This word is going to be another. It is the middle phrase, because I started in the middle. Anyway, this is a 14 count piece of, I don't know, light blue Aida that came in a pack. So that's all I got. And I started this last week for, again, look at my book, Julie. It's all right there. I started this, never quit. I started this for the temperature stitch last week. I rejigged all of my boards because I started a new game. I'm not going to talk about it, of course, in this. It's called Ticket to Ride. So if you know or are interested in playing a variation of Ticket to Ride, watch my next video. It's going to be posted tonight, hopefully. If not tonight, then tomorrow, if I ever get this one uploaded. Anyway, so I have a lot of my old memory pieces now on the Ticket to Ride game. Anyways. I will attempt to go into another video today to explain all of that. super simple premise, if you don't want to tune into the next video, is you're trying to get from destinations A to B. Essentially, the board that I have here, the game that I have here, it's the Nordic version. I can't say probably about 75 to 80% of those names on that board. So I tried to film on Thursday before 24 hours of cross stitch and slaughtered, like brutalized all of the names except for except for Stockholm and except for Gutenberg. Otherwise, I got nothing. Nothing. Okay, so anyways, you're trying to get from destination A to B, and you have to lay down trains in a certain color format. Like, you're collecting colored train cards to then put onto the track so that your individual trains can get from station to station without running into anybody else. Anyways, I'm playing it as a single player, so therefore here comes Skitters. No, yes, no, you're shaking your head. Up, up, are you coming? Oh, thinking about it. All this is on the couch, right? And he's, oh, here he comes. Hooah! Okay. Anyways, you just be comfy and lie on all my stuff. That's cool. Okay. Essentially, one train is either 10 stitches or 100 stitches, depending on how much time you have, because, sorry, I decided to make my life a little simpler and make it a week-long process. Maybe I won't have to do this because I'm pretty good at explaining it right now. I'm going to post it all to Instagram. I chose to take the shortest route possible, so 2, 2, and 2, so 2 different colors. I've designated each train color a different whip. So there are 8 different whips, plus a gray train. The gray train is like a random. You can use any color you want, so you can use any project you want. And that was a pretty good explanation. So if you do have any other questions, just let me know down below. And if you are interested, if you need me to make a further explanatory, if you need me to explain it further, just let me know that as well. If you're interested in playing, let me know, and we can figure out how to set it up. Okay, so that's that. Sir, you're stepping on the bag that I think I have to go through. Beep, beep. Excuse me. Is there anything else in it? Yes. Sad Fairy, I think, is in there, so you gotta get off. Excuse me, am I handsome? Yes, yes, I don't mean to play playing games with your stomach, but you're sitting on my stuff. Okay, so, this is Sad Fairy by Elena Lazareva. It is a Heaven and Earth design. It is still there, I think. Whoops, and now we're going to play with all the strings. You're going to be 3, sir. You have to grow up. No, I know. We're all just kittens around here, no matter how old we are. Hey? Yes, it's the kittens. Okay, I worked on this on Tuesday for the old memory game. But this is now currently part of Ticket to Ride. So, this is the piece where I learned that I like stitching on the diagonal. This is the piece that changed my mind completely on how I want to stitch. So this big block stitching, this big block filling in all these randoms, I have no idea what's going on over there. So as you can see, I made my way down here for the 200 stitches, I think, to maybe it was only 100. I can't tell you. To keep going and working on the progress of Sad Fairy. It's an 18 count white Aida. It's a tablecloth, as you can see. Not a bad spread because, well, maybe it is. It's massive. Anyway, okay, what's the next bag, sir? Now that you're just sitting here being chill with me and chasing the strings. Did you see any of that? Oh, man. Okay, so this is going to be my next bag. We're going to talk about this. What's in this one? Skitters, Mommy loves you. This didn't end up with anything in it, but this is also a Leo and Roxy, no, lies. This is also an Everto bag. It came with the first collaboration, Lexus. She's about to jump up onto the stove, I think. Okay, so this is a bag from a collaboration that Caroline and Everto had with Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery. This housed the Moonshine Cabin. I think it's still hot up on the stove, so she's gonna burn her little toes. Oh man, there's nothing really up there for her to eat. Anyway, it also came with a notions pouch. The notions pouch is holding the current fabric and floss for that design. You could be able to maybe, I have no idea, maybe get it still on the Everto website. No clue in reality, I have no idea. Okay, anyway, that's the bag. And Skitters is getting all stuck and stuff because he won't let me cut his nails. So we have to go up to my upstairs neighbor and get her to cut his nails because, I don't know, him and I just started being friends a couple months ago anyway. So, alright, and this... There she goes. Did you hear that? Lexus. No way. She's going to be sick. Sick. What is she? Anyways. There's only a few pieces of pasta up there. I hope she doesn't eat all of it. Okay, so. Oh, man. Hold up. Okay, hopefully that worked. She is now off of the counter. And she just sneezed at me. Okay, so. Go back to this. This is a It's So Emma bag. Everybody seems to have one. It's the plasticky, see-through-y kind of bag that you can put stitches into, but I have not yet, as you can see. Got it from my local needlework store that is Wool Time in Ottawa. Did I show this already, or was this the last video? This is the last video. Okay. This current next thing that I just decided to randomly stitch because I felt like it came out of this Just Cross Stitch magazine, the February 2023 magazine. I did pick up the Christmas edition of this year. I'm so excited. I feel like I can stitch I don't know, 40 of those 50 designs for sure. Anyways, back to this. This is I am using Roxy Flossco flosses, and this is going to be Cozy Winter Mugs by KEB Studio Design. Did I get it this time? No. KEB Studio Creations. I've filmed this 5 times, filming this piece, and I haven't gotten the company's name right yet. The designer's name yet, right? Not yet. Can't do it yet. Not ready yet. That's not this. Okay, what's... It's the other bag. Okay, so I also house a lot of things in Ziploc bags. They are my friend. They are not eco-friendly, of course, because, you know, they're all plastic, but... I wonder if I just put that there. So much easier. The ring light has a flat base bottom. My knee is killing me. Okay, so it's all in this bag. Full Roxy Flossco conversion because I didn't feel like stitching it in DMC. If you've been here before, you've maybe seen it 2 or 3 times, but here is where we're at right now. This is why I decided to start refilming again, because you could not see the, you could not see this in here. So, this is where we're at. Last time I stitched on it, I just worked on the blue. It was probably up to about here down before. So I stitched all of this in. My goal for this piece, this time I was stitching, didn't happen obviously, but was at least to get the rest of the mug done. Didn't need necessarily to have the handle, but I really wanted to finish the mug. Ran out of time, got too tired. I don't really know the reason. No, I have no idea. Because this was I just want to stitch it because I want to stitch it piece. It wasn't a, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I stopped. Can't remember. Okay, that is that. The next thing that was in that bag one more drink. How about that? Because now, because I've been talking for like 3 or 4 hours today, my throat is like ridiculously dry. Okay, so refocus. Where did my notebook go? I mean, my cat. My Skitters, you like banana? There we are. Oh, so I say banana a lot. Banana pants. That's bananas. I've been called out on it, not online, but in my general life about where did you get it from? Who did you get it from? What does it mean? All of those things. I would like to. I know she's probably not watching because, I don't think she does, but I would like to thank Steph from Pam and Steph from Just Keep Stitching because that's where I got it from. Those so many years ago, whenever Steph started saying it, I don't know, in my head it just clicked and it said, you need to start saying that about everything. Now it can't leave my vocabulary. I use it as a swear word. I use it as like an OMG. I use it as a that's banana pants, that's crazy. I use it all the time. Anyways, okay. I don't know why I needed to bring that up right now, but that's okay. The next thing I worked on, 25 minutes in, it's absolutely fine, is in this little bag. This is the reason why I got so frustrated to just start filming again, because I found the design online. That wasn't the problem. I saved it to the computer. That wasn't the problem. I don't know where, I couldn't figure out the editing software. Even though apparently it said it was CapCut. Same thing I'm using here. Lies. I couldn't figure out where to insert the pictures. And apparently that is a big thing for me. I need to insert my pictures. So this is White Mandala 3 by Magnolia Handcraft. Whew. All right, did it. This is, if I can find it, Magnolia 3, White Magnolia 3 by White Mandala 3 by Magnolia Handcraft on Etsy. Also a couple years ago, so I don't know if it's still there but I think it is because I found a picture of it online today and it said it was on Etsy. So clearly I am not using white. I'm not using a multicolored, different colored background so that the white can show up. I started this, I think, I found this pattern at least, when I was in a very frustrating place with Savannah's curtsy and her skirt, right? Her white skirt. No longer wanted to do white stitches. So I will put it down here, but this is one of the variegated DMC colors. 4505, 40, I don't know. If that's not 4505, I will put it down here. Because it's fun. It's fun. This is 2 over 1 on some kind of, feels like fiddler's cloth. Definitely doesn't feel like Ada. I don't know though. I'm not sure 100% either way. The next bag is my last bag. Pretty sure. 27 minutes. Cool. It's my largest bag because this bag is not the largest physical bag, but has the most amount of stuff in it because this is my 24 hours of cross stitch bag. This is from Wool Time as well. And let's see what's inside of it. Okay, so I'm going to start out with the non-digital patterns because that's just better. Because sometimes the computer needs a break from rendering all said pictures. Okay, so this one comes from a Cross Stitcher's Countdown to Christmas. It's a book from 2008. I'm pretty sure I found it at my local thrift, not my local, but my thrift store around me, pretty sure. And this is going to be what it looks like. Nope. Normally I have it hanging out in where it is in the book, but it's not where it is in the book. It's at the front. I don't have any answers for these questions. Okay, so here we are. All right, so ring light. Okay, so this is A Christmas Welcome. This is by Claire Crompton. And this book was in 2008. I am doing it on a dark, like a royal blue Ada. So the colors will pop. I don't remember if I showed you this in the last video. I did start it not too long ago, but this is where we're at. This was one of my 24 hours of cross stitch pieces, so I spent 3 hours on it. I added this little path. I finished the outline of all of the current windows. There are more windows up here, but it's inside the roof, so so I didn't want to add it and not count and all those things. Anyway, there were some greens in the side bushes or the flowering pots that I didn't have before, so I added those. Added the little peak on top of the door frame, and added in all of these light blue stitches. So, there, that's good. So, it's going to pop on this whole fabric. Hopefully, that's enough. Hopefully, I started where I was supposed to. And if not, then I have a cool house. I have a cool house. I might cut out the saying that's there anyway and just stitch the mittens along the bottom, so I might be able to make it shorter than it's supposed to be anyway. So, there's that. This has become part of Christmas Welcome. I think I don't remember where I don't know where I added it. I remember adding it somewhere in some of my new plans, but I can't tell you right now where it is. Nope. I could have actually added it to Monopoly, because I kind of want to try Monopoly, but I don't really know how to go around it. So I'm thinking I'm just going to play one player. Maybe one player per person. That doesn't make sense. One player in Sisk's game, and then one player in Jen, the caffeinated stitcher, the caffeinated crafter. Anyway, she lives in Florida. She's okay. Yeah. So, and one token from her game and one token from Sisk's game, because why not? Let's just go in all in, right? Okay, so that was that. I'm not going to say that this video is going to be any shorter, but hopefully now that I'm filming on my SD card instead of the internal memory, hopefully it'll be better. Okay. This was not... Okay, well, let's just do this. Okay, so the next project in my little bag is the December portion. So when you see the big picture, it is the bottom right picture, so December, of Little Dove's Year by Little Dove Cross Stitch. And we're going this way. Yep. Okay, so there's a whole story about this. I stitched on it twice this week. I know it's just the border and it's very exciting, but when I stitched it so long ago, I stitched this side. I stitched this side incorrectly. So not enough stitches up here, or too many stitches down here, or one or the other. So in a new file, okay, I'm gonna stop and just make sure. So I don't know how much of that rest of there is a thing that came up, said the video has stopped recording and will restart, and I don't know. So here's a whole new file. Okay. 33 minutes is the thing. Okay, so what's this? This is Little Dove's Cross Stitch December portion. I am going to be stitching them all individually. I have finished October and November. They're in a bag over there somewhere. And if you didn't hear what I was saying last, there is a counting error on the left side, so I had to match it on the right side. And I'm glad all of these little indents don't have to connect because they're not going to. Yes, so how I'm going to fix it, fix is a loose term. There is a secondary color that goes in the border up here. I'm just going to put a row of it down here. That's how I'm going to fix it because, yeah. And then I should theoretically be on track and, count from the bottom, not base anything off of the sides. So we're going to try that. For this, though, I forgot to tell you, I am not going to be stitching just in the normal white. This piece is going to have the DMC atall. I'm going to go see if I can go pick some of that stuff up before I continue on with the white stitches on that. I think I'm going to do those white stitches last because, Julie and white don't get along. So I was thinking that if we made it sparkly, then it would be more fun. It would be a little more like the snow and all of those things. So I might do that also with this because of the white fabric. That's how I reminded myself to talk about the other thing. So I have a ridiculously dry throat. Okay, so here we go. This is this. Yep, that's all I got. Well, now I feel like I can talk forever because it's just like I'm going to cut you off at 33 minutes and then that's going to be it. Okay, so this might be a good plan. Okay, next thing I call this a firework bag. I don't know, they're kind of like flowers, but they're also kind of just like fireworks, no? I don't know, I liked it. Okay, the next thing in my bag of fireworks. This is Lisa Parker, is the artist. The designer is Heaven and Earth. And the project name is Ornament Dragon. That was all backwards. Okay, so, and this is where we're at. This is where I learned that I like stitching on the diagonal. The diagonal blocks, the diagonal, just straight diagonals. It just makes more sense in my brain. So I was trying to figure out how to tackle this round, full coverage. I thought I was going to want to go all the way across. This is a no. So I'm going to now, this is the outside edge, obviously, so I'm going to go as far down as possible. I am going to have to frog because this was the starting of the Never Quit project that I showed you a couple of minutes ago. And of course, I'm not doing that on that fabric anymore, so this fabric, so I did not get very far on that. So it's just the N and another N and if. Anyway, I was going to change that project to purples. That didn't happen. So that's fine. It's fine. So that's where we're at with that. I did add 200 and... Dude, I have it written all down here. Why don't I just go back to my notebook? I mean, my planner. Okay. 253 stitches on on Saturday that I put into this piece. So 200 stitches towards the game, the Ticket to Ride game. I chose 3 different routes. The shortest one was 8 points if you're actually playing the game. The middle one was 10 or 12 points. And then the longest one that has the most, I really can't pronounce the names of the cities, was 18 points. So the longest one has 25 cars, train cars. So that could easily be 2,500 stitches just on that. So that's what I was thinking. You can either pick your option, A, B, or C. I'm going to always be picking 3. Always be picking a short, medium, long. So therefore you can have 600 stitches like I did for the short trains, or you can go up to the 2,500 or however long this track is going to be, right? Like I don't really know how far distance everything is, but yeah. So there's no rewards, there's no penalties, there's no anything. It's just for fun. It's just for trying to get more stitches into things you actually want to stitch and, you know, things that are calling to you, right? So again, if you want me to figure out how to do that and actually set up the game, I can see what I can do and we can try and do that. Okay, what's next? The next thing I worked on for the Ticket to Ride, also part of the 24 hours of cross stitch. This is Mini Dragon in the Morning by Randall Spangler by Heaven and Earth Design. You can still find it. This is the mini. I don't even want to see what the regular size looks like because this is, in my opinion, this is massive. I will show you the whole thing and then I will show you where my 253 stitches landed me over the 3 hours I was working on it. So here we are. This is where we're at. This is the whole thing all the way across the top. And what I worked on was, I am almost out of this section of the yellow. This is very exciting. Okay, so if you can see, so these are 3 blocks down that I'm doing. I don't know why I decided to do 3 blocks this time. Maybe to just mix it up. Maybe, I don't really know. So 3 blocks down, finished the 3 blocks of this and started up on the next block, the next column, I mean. So this is where we're at. This was my latest installment of colors. I had already previously done some of the parked threads, so some of this obviously was already here, and then I just filled in the rest with pick and choose colors when I got to a certain color. You know how stitching works. Oh man. Okay. There we go. What's next? What else is in the bag? There should be one more thing. Okay, this is my last project, I'm pretty sure. Not my last project. Where is... Okay, well, I'll talk about this one and then I'll find the... When I was doing all of this earlier today, I was not putting everything everywhere, but putting everything everywhere. Okay, so back to this. This is... Apparently that helped me, looking over there, helps me remember what I'm trying to say. Mini Owl Sunset. There we go. Mini Owl Sunset by Artisy. This was a freebie on their website for a while until it got taken down and replaced, just like it always does. And this was the second thing that I did in 24 hours. So I spent 3 hours each on Mini Dragon in the Morning, this one, and the Ornament Dragon. Oh my goodness. Okay, so 3 hours each. So when I first started, I was all the way up here. I stitched all the way down here over the 3 hours, the 10 wide diagonal. By the time I got down here, though, I was ready to stop this piece. I was questioning my life choices about where these blue blocks were going. I didn't know what color was what anymore because what was that supposed to be there? Was that supposed to be there? You know, those kind of things. So I'm going to try and attempt to find one more project. It was I did it for just random stitching on one day, because I felt like it. And that is what it should be normally anyway. Nope. What else is in here? Nope. This is empty-ish. Those are not those. Where are my other bags? Oh, I had 2 more projects. 2 more projects. I was going to leave you with 2 more projects left to go. Okay, so do you want to go big or do you want to go little? Because the little is exciting, but the big is kind of cool too. So we'll start with the little. This is Mini Beginner Seashell by Kayomi Harai. Every time I get it wrong, every time. Heaven and Earth design. This was a big milestone piece. Again this week. I set a goal by the time I was done finishing. All my English words are gone. All my words. By the time I finished stitching this, I wanted to be able to have her face finished of the section I was stitching. So that is what I did. I ended up stitching all the way across. So the next few colors over here, the next few colors are starting to become that white, blue, sky look. Maybe the water will also come in over there. I don't know what I'm going to do when I get down to the sand, because even though this is a massive-ish piece of fabric, this is 40... I'm trying to think of the percent. 43, 45, 47. It could be up to 47 by now. I wanted to get it up to 50 by the end of the year. No, I wanted to get it up to 47. So it's 43 right now. 43%. Ish, I think. Could be. Yeah, so... Does it say? Nope. Just says I worked on it all day on Wednesday. And it was all day because I didn't do anything else on Wednesday. Okay, so last piece. This is the last piece. Skitters is like, thank goodness she is almost done talking. Plus, I don't have that much drink left because my throat is so dry. Okay, so, bow. I got to the coffee. Okay, so, I know you've seen it all before, unless you're new, but this is Minnie Watching the Worlds Go by Lucy Pittaway. I'm going to be very sad when I have to stop saying that. This is a retired chart by Haid, Heaven and Earth Design. It looks like this, all done and not done, of course, because it's only 67%, but we're getting there. That little space at the bottom is getting smaller, guys. What I decided I wanted to work on was not block stitching this time, because there was a lot of basket stitching, but it's definitely not, you can kind of see it there. There's about 3 or 4 different greens all in this little space. Because it kind of looks all checkerboardy, right? Is that it? I didn't spend half the time I spent explaining the game, but I feel like I explained it better this time at least. So again, if you want me to explain the game again, I can leave a comment below. I can private message you, or I can make a whole new video. But just leave a comment. I'll reach back. If you don't get it, that's cool. If you do get it and want to join me, let me know. And I'm not telling you my plans because, as like last week, I told you my plans. It didn't happen. It didn't turn out. It lasted for one day. I was planning on doing memory all week. I was planning on doing temperature stitching all week. I was planning on doing my daily 30 all week. None of that happened. Very seldomly did it happen. Happened the first day, and I picked it up again a little bit later on in the week, but that was about it. So, I'm not telling you any plans. Because, I don't know. I could stitch on everything. I could stitch on one thing. I could stitch on 15 things. Who knows? So up until next week when I see you again, because I'm quite enjoying filming every week, even though today was very frustrating. Yep, that's all I got. That's all I got, guys. I don't think there's anything else. Is there anything else? I don't think so. I'm going to say, have a great day. Have a great night. By the time you see this, it's probably going to be Monday. If it's not already Monday where you live. And sparkle and shine. I will see everybody later. Bye, everybody.